Hey there, love, it's Lola. Today we are going to get out of our ruts, okay? This is not going to be my typical, fun, fluffy, actionable. No, this is going to be probably the most vulnerable, one of the most vulnerable videos I'm going to put out on my YouTube channel or anywhere else on social media. But I think that it's the perfect time to do it. So if you guys are new to me, I'm a full-time model. I also coach models on how to make consistent income. I work with travel clients on a separate business, and I also do a lot of other things on the side. So I'm always working, always doing something, always going somewhere, right? That has pros and cons. It sounds really fun. It sounds so cool, right? Except for when it isn't anymore. Except for when it isn't. I mean, I'm going to be real with you guys. Every single year, I come to the same time of year and I have the same feelings, and they're not always the greatest, okay? I get in ruts around the summertime, okay? I get in ruts around the summertime. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. That's the time of year where my birthday comes, so I'm reflecting on what I've done so far, where I'm going. I reflect on things I have accomplished, what I haven't accomplished. I think about where I want to be versus where I am. I do all of this during the summer, and it's also slow season for modeling in my market. And so I end up doing a lot of traveling. So I'm doing a lot of reflection in my mind, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm physically drained because I'm going everywhere. And then, I'm not making as much money as other times of year because, well, at least with modeling. Other parts of my business are, great, whatever. But it's just like there's all these things that happen around the same time of year every single year. And it really gets me in a rut. You know what I mean? And if you're ever inside of the same position, I think you know what I mean. All right. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I start getting out of my ruts. First and foremost, okay? I don't know if you guys saw it in that last clip, but stay hydrated. Staying hydrated, just drinking water, I feel like is very underrated. Getting the right amount of sleep, very underrated. Moving your body at least 15 minutes a day, very underrated. These are all really, or at least in the United States of America, free things to do. Okay. Water is free. Sleep is free. Moving your body is free. There's a lot of just natural things that you can do to really get yourself in a better physical, mental, emotional, spiritual reset. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that for free. Meditation is free. Journaling, is free. The paper and the pencil might not be, but, writing out your words and thoughts free. So that's the first thing that I'm going to say when it comes to honestly getting out of a rut, especially if you don't know where to start. Okay. And that's honestly why, in the last clip, you see me setting up. I got my little water, got me some coffee because I like it. And I haven't had coffee in a while, and I'm going to be doing all this work. And then I got me a scone, y'all. I really like scones, but I normally don't get them when I go to Starbucks because I'm just I'll just get a bagel. But honestly, sometimes treat yourself, treat yourself to the scones versus the bagels, unless you always get a scone and the bagel would be the treat, whatever works for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first way that I would say about getting out of the rut, no matter who you are. Next, striking the iron while it's hot. Okay. I know you guys are going to see all throughout this video be going through different content that I have. Right now, I had to shift the camera angle because, I'm answering certain emails and, doing certain sensitive matter. But I still want you guys to see me working, get B-roll. Great for hearing this whole narration. But I want you guys to understand that sometimes, especially I will say this for me personally, there are certain times of the week, of the month, of the day that I'm most productive. That is when I want to do most of the heavy lifting. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to come back when I'm drained at the end of the day and try to work out. I don't want to have to try to muster up the courage to make a cohesive email right when I wake up. I find times out of the day where I can give 110% and know that I did my best and not burn out. Okay? Also, side note, if you haven't gone outside today, I recommend that you do. Okay. I don't know if it's beautiful everywhere. I'm recording this in the summertime. So, even if it's cold where you are by the time you see this, step outside for a little bit, get some nature in your blood. Sometimes it does the body good. We spend a lot of time on our technology inside of buildings, always doing things and not enough time just being. So that's a little pro tip for the pro tips. When it comes to getting out of a rut. If nothing else, y'all, go outside, touch a plant, smell the wind, okay? be outside. Other than that, though, to be quite honest with you, when it comes to doing the free things, like that'll get you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally acclimated and reset, and then maximizing the times of day that work best for you, and then going outside to just enjoy life and just take a moment to like realize that you're just a human being. Another way that I find to honestly get out of a rut is to take some time to talk to friends. Okay, I know this might sound really weird, but I'll tell you personally, like some of my friends, like when I've been at my most vulnerable moments, when I feel like I'm not doing enough, when I feel like I'm not amounting to the person that I say I want to be, my friends will honestly remind me who I am. You know, and that's like the quality of having really good friends. But like, and I'm kind of like getting a little emotional because I'm thinking about it, but there is almost no greater thing on this earth outside of God and a good family than a really good friend. It's like super invaluable. You know what I'm saying? So if you haven't spent the time today to talk to a friend, to connect with somebody, to really like have somebody like pour into you when you can't pour into yourself, I highly recommend you try that out today. You try it out today for sure. Because everything else I said, yes, you can do that on your own for sure. But there's always going to come a point in time where, in all honesty, you stop being able to see who you really are. I know that sounds really weird, but from somebody who's always working, like you guys see me, like I'm editing right now. Like I'm putting together, lo and behold, I'm putting together a month or two's worth of content right here in this little session. And I have like 3 different businesses. So it's just like, y'all, lo and behold, I'm doing a lot of work here. But there comes a point where I can't even see how much work I'm actually doing, how much progress I'm actually making. And it's not until I talk to a friend and they remind me like, girl, do you remember where you were 2 years ago, 5 years ago? Do you remember who you were when you started? Do you remember all the stuff that you said you want to accomplish, and look at you now? Like, there is something so powerful about that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have that in your life, I recommend that you get it as soon as possible, okay? Because if that don't get you out of a rut, nothing but prayer will, okay? And with that, that's all of my feedback for this video. This is my getting back at it video. I took a whole hiatus over the summer because I told you guys at the beginning, like this time of year is very, not the easiest time of year for me. So now that that's passed and, I'm back at it again, back to myself, we're going to get to it. Okay. So next week, stay tuned for our regularly scheduled model, come to work with me as a model content and all that type of stuff. And if you guys have any tips for getting out of ruts, please drop it below. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video for more. All right, guys. Bye.